I think when you're thinking about how, healthcare impacts someone's life, there's not a whole lot of point if you don't understand what exactly are you changing, right? What is the point of what you're changing? And if you don't measure it, then how can you really know if it's even working? And so I feel that, any sort of intervention really needs a measurement to understand what exactly is the impact. Is it as profound as you'd like? Is there perhaps not as effective as you'd like? And things of that nature, because otherwise you can't really intervene on something you're not measuring. I think there's been some degree of a pendulum shift here and there in the last several decades of healthcare where, especially in the US, we're starting to see a shift from what used to be a much more paternalistic model of healthcare. Just do what the doctor tells you, right? Versus an actual focus on, well, okay, so you're recommending surgery, but what if that's not the right for me, right? What if that's not really what I want for my life or whatever it is, if it's a drug or intervention or anything really for that matter. You want to do something for patients. You don't want to do it to them. And I feel like historically there's been many times where organizations and physicians and nurses and whoever else is involved has kind of crossed that line a little bit too much. And so I think having the patient perspective be part of that is really, really crucial. I'd like to see patient-reported outcomes be a little bit more of a prominent standing and how healthcare is rated overall. I think that's a little bit given short shrift in the sense that we kind of dance around it currently with various Press-Ganey scores and things of that nature, but having that really be a specific measured outcome of are our patients actually satisfied with the impact on their lives, that would be better. I think some of the biggest challenges lie in understanding that, at least in the US, being financially solvent and making great positive impacts in patients' lives are not two different objectives, actually. And so I'd like to see that understanding be a little bit more widespread. I think ICHOM has done a fantastic job at bringing the publicity around VPHC to kind of more the forefront, especially the focus on having patient voices be represented. And I'd like to see that mission continue. I think a greater degree of influence is going to be very helpful for the goals, and would love to help support those. I think I'm just really excited to connect with other like-minded people and other like-minded leaders in the healthcare space who are really passionate about value-based healthcare.